Well, the latest forecast showing Hurricane Irma tracking west as it approaches Florida, but the southern part of the state is still directly in the path of this massive storm.
Joining us on the phone right now is Congresswoman Ros Lehtinen, who represents South Florida. Congresswoman, good to have you with us this morning. And in case people haven't gotten the message yet, would you like to take this time to give a message to the residents there in South Florida?
Well, thanks, Pete, Abby, and Todd. The message is simple. Hunker down or get out. I think it's pretty late now for anybody to get on the road, but the Keys are going to be so heavily impacted that even early this morning, the county manager there told folks to try to get out, and that's pretty desperate because the roads are getting so windy. The rain is these bands of Irma are coming through, even here where I live in the South Miami area. So it's just going to pick up the pace as we move forward. Now, in Miami itself, we have been as prepared as we could be. We've been told to evacuate and seek shelter. We've had a lot of shelters, even pet-friendly shelters. And I was here in the same home 25 years ago for Hurricane Andrew. We were not prepared then. We did not evacuate, and we did not have a coordinated federal, state, and local response. This time, we are ready for anything. You can't outlive dangerous conditions, but you can prepare as much as you can. Florida is prepared, but now it looks like it's heading toward the West Coast. It's pounding my native homeland of Cuba right now, and once it crosses over to the United States, it can veer more toward us on the East Coast, or it could stay on track for the West Coast. You just don't know where it's going to go because it is such a wide, strong and powerful storm.
And no matter where you are on that coastline, I mean, it's about the strength of these winds and the storm surges, so you can prepare as much as possible, but these surges can be absolutely devastating, right?
Right, and the sound that they make, and you can just feel that wind coming through the house. We have shelters. We're all sheltered up in our home, but it is frightening. Anyone will tell you if you've gone through a hurricane, but you need to prepare. And what we saw in the past 24 hours are people running out of gas on the turnpike on I-95. And I think that we've got a good team getting gas down here, and that should not be a problem. But if you are still within that cone, which is all of South Florida, seek shelter or try to get out. It is not too late. In a few hours from now, it will be too late. You should not be moving anywhere.
Congresswoman, there are basically two camps of people, those that have decided to heed the warning and to evacuate, and those who are hunkering down. How confident are you that those hunkering are truly prepared for this level of a storm? And if you had one piece of advice for someone still hunkered, watching right now, what would that be?
Stay safe. Do not be in the outer areas of your home. Don't open up the doors. I mean, I know this is ridiculous to say, but people do it. They open up the doors to see how bad the wind is. The wind is bad. Stay inside. Find a safe place to hunker down. The Keys are going to be really devastated. I understand we want to preserve our home. No one wants to abandon their home, but there's nothing as precious as life. And I think many Keys residents, an area I was proud to represent for 10 years, many of them, most of them decided, oh, we're going to ride this out. The Conch Republic, we're proud, we're independent, and they're going to be in worse shape. Miami is as ready as we can be, and we've got a good response post-Irma also, so that's important because most deaths happen post a hurricane, not during.
Yeah, we've seen that just most recently in Texas. Well, our thoughts and prayers are with you, Congresswoman, and the whole state of Florida with all of this coming your way. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Thank you. And everybody take shelter. These things can turn on a dime.
That's for sure. No, serious stuff, but I might also be the idiot that would open his door in the middle of a hurricane. How windy is it? Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.